Okay, I am so excited to talk to you about this book. I actually finished it last Friday, and I have not had the opportunity to talk about it yet. So, I want to talk to you about Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. This is a wonderful book filled with beautiful lyrical poetry, prose, not poetry, like poetic writing, lyrical writing. So the book starts out with this elderly actor who has, been a big deal actor for a long time, who is performing King Lear on stage when he has a heart attack. As he's having the heart attack, there is a man in the audience who is a former paparazzi but is getting ready to become a EMT, who runs up on stage to give this man CPR. After he begins giving this man CPR, a cardiologist who happens to be in the audience comes up and takes over, and the EMT sees a little girl who is watching this all happen, who watches the actor die in front of her, and he takes her aside to try and help console her from this kind of tragic moment. After it's all over, he's walking home when he gets a call from his friend who works in a hospital in New York that tells him that there is a new pandemic sweeping the country, that their hospital is seeing a massive influx, and that a vast majority of the people who come in with this are dead within hours. So rather than going home to his girlfriend who he's having problems with, he goes to visit his brother. He stocks up on groceries, and he goes to visit his brother. And that is the intro to the book. Then the book bounces back and forth in timelines. We get to see the story of how that actor came to be famous, and his life and his marriages and his loves, and the loves that didn't work out and why they didn't work out, and all of the information related to that. We get to see how the EMT starts out as a paparazzi, becomes an EMT, his relationship with his brother, and his attempts to move on after the pandemic has hit and sort of wiped out a lot of civilization. And we get to see the young girl who's grown up 15 years later, who is a part of a traveling theater group that performs music and theater in a world that no longer has those things. But it's a dangerous world. And one of the places that they go, there is a prophet who digs graves for anyone who would try and leave their town. And so these stories intertwine between, 50 years ago and 15 years into the future. There is modern writing. There is, this sort of dystopian, post-apocalyptic type writing. And a lot of it is about what is it that we value in life and what is worth valuing. What would the world look like if all of our technology were gone, if all of our advances were gone and we were sort of starting over? And what are the things that stay with us? What are the things that we remember? Station 11 is a book I've heard of for a long, long time and finally took the time to read, and I do not regret it at all. I hope that you will pick it up.